Hey guys, welcome back to Pandemonium's Punk Palette. Yes, Pandemonium's Punk Palette. I'm probably going to shorten that to Panda's Punk Palette, starring Pandemonium, your favorite punk drummer. Alright, so tonight we're going to be making chicken parmesan. I have all my ingredients lined up here. I do have my tomatoes, my onion, some parsley. I do have my breadcrumbs here for my chicken. I was thinking about combining the two, maybe panko and the breadcrumbs to see how it cooks. I've gotten mixed reviews on that one, but I'm gonna see what happens. So I may go all in panko, I may go all in breadcrumbs, but I may do both, we'll see. So I have my pepper, my garlic, and my kosher salt. Yes, kosher salt, I do love that stuff. I just feel like for chicken, especially chicken, things that really need to be salty, kosher is the way to go. I'm using linguine noodles tonight for the spaghetti part of it. I have my basil, have my bay leaf, have my Italian seasoning, and rosemary. That's all going to be for the sauce. I'm going to try and see what I can do with these cans of tomato sauce, my tomato paste, and with my fresh tomatoes over here, I'm going to chop up and put in that sauce as well. And I'm going to do my own homemade sauce, basically. So here we go. Rock on. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is chop everything up here for our sauce. So just going to dice up my tomato. That is my stove, my oven saying, hey, I'm preheated now. Okay, so cheese in Spanish. All right, so just dice up my tomato here, such. Oops, don't want that wiggling anywhere. Get all my pieces. Go. There. All right, so this is how I dice up my tomato. Everyone's different. Do yours how you need to. Make sure you have a nice sharp knife too. Last thing you want to do is smash them down. Even though these are going to be cooked up, you know, get into the habit of not wanting to smash down your tomatoes every time you cut them because of a dull knife. Because they can do that. All right, got my little piece here. Okay. All right, my tomatoes all cut. Next up is your onion. All right, remember to cut those bad sides off there because you do not need them unless you're cutting, making a soup, and then you can leave them whole at some point. All right, get my 1/2 here. Off you go to the other side. All right, now from here, I find it easier when I do these little slices here like this. This one give me my little pieces a little quicker here. So sorry, a little messy. That's okay. Probably should have taken off that first layer. Now watch your layers of onions. Sometimes they can be a little rubbery. If that's so, just peel down until you feel that nice fresh layer. Well, it's not going to be all a little bendy and little rubbery or whatever. Don't want that. All right. I'm just going to continue to chop my onions up until I get them all nice and small. Probably going to fast time this later. Okay. That looks about good. I don't have any more big chunks in there. Someone's OCD is going off the hook right now. All right. I'm going to transfer these into my bowl. That half onion is going to be enough onion for me to do my sauce. I won't need to cut up that whole onion because it is a pretty big onion. All right. Now, All right, and then I'm going to throw in 3 large cloves of garlic in my sauce. Yes. Slice them all up first. Okay. Next one. I like to go a long way first. That way it'll be a lot easier when I cut them up going the other way, right? So, you just chop them up. All right, so we get them little bits. We want the little bits because that's what's going to go into the pot. All this garlic. Oh yeah. This again is for our sauce, and which is going to be semi fresh. I got the sauce coming out of the can, so not boiling down any tomatoes today. All right. Yes. All right. Now that I have minced my garlic all the way down after chasing my cutting board everywhere. Yes, I know the towel trick. Yes, I didn't do it. Okay, I'm going to add this actually right to my onion because I'm going to cook those down all at the same time. So it's going to go in my onion bowl here. And kapow. Okay, that's all in there. We're going to add this to the pot with our olive oil. Okay, now at the stove, I have my oil here just kind of warming up there for the chicken in a minute. And then here's my sauce pot. So I'm going to take, let's say, about a tablespoon or 2 of the olive oil. Not shy on that because it cooks down and it's really good to use. After I get my olive oil in there, pot is nice and heated up already. I'm going to go ahead and add my onions and my garlic. And I'm just going to stir those around in the pot. And soon that'll become very aromatic here in the kitchen. And once I start smelling that, I'm going to add my sauce. While it's cooking, I'm also going to start throwing some seasonings in here. So like bay leaf, I'm going to put 2 in there. Do a 1/4 teaspoon of rosemary because that stuff goes a long way. You do 1 teaspoon of Italian seasonings. Prego. Okay, then I do my 1/2 teaspoon of basil. 1/2 teaspoon basil going in. Yeah. And then a 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. Just a little bit for now. 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Yes, I'm doing all this as it cooks in right now. Just mix all that together. Just stir it all in. You can see my onion is starting to get a little translucent. Yes. And the smell. Oh, yes. Who doesn't like garlic within the house? I mean, you know, some people don't, but those who love food, man. See how that olive oil just absorbed right in. So that again was about 2 tablespoons of olive oil that I put in here, or maybe a tablespoon and a half. All right. Now I'm going to add my tomato paste and then my sauces. Stir that in there. Trying to get every little bit out of this can. Alrighty. There's my tomato paste. I like to stir that tomato paste in with everything and let it cook down a little bit. Breaks up a lot easier once the sauce is in. Still a low medium heat. I'll take it off the fire. See? Fire. Okay, so I'm going to spread that out a little bit and then give it about another minute, 30 seconds to a minute, and then I'm going to add my sauce. All right, now that I let my tomato paste cook down a little bit here with the onion and the garlic and bay leaf, kosher salt, and pepper, and the other seasonings, the Italian seasoning and basil and rosemary I also have in here as well. All right, here come the sauces. Free the sauce, free the sauce. All right, one small one for mankind and one large one for world peace. All right, now I'm just going to stir those in. I like to use this utensil because it keeps brings everything up off the bottom. And then I don't have to worry about a whisk with stuff getting trapped in between. Just sauce splashing everywhere. Alright. That's getting nice and mixed in there. Semi-homemade tomato sauce. Spaghetti sauce, I should say. This is meatless spaghetti sauce. Again, this is for our chicken parm. So at times I do not add meat to this sauce specifically. All right, there's that. All right, for the final note, just a teaspoon's worth of that parsley there. I'm gonna mix that in with it. It's a little jungle man. All right. Stir that in. And then we're going to cover that meanwhile and get started on our chicken. Haha, just kidding, kidding. Final note. Actually, we're going to add our tomatoes and then mix those in and then we're going to cover. ADHD, man, I tell you. All right. Stir your freshly chopped tomatoes into the sauce. I love tomatoes in my sauce. That's going to bring everything all together nice and chunky. Yes, yes. When those get cooked down, so good. Might have to add some salt later on, but that'll be later on. Meanwhile, it'll cook with the seasonings that we had put in it already. And all done. Cover and set. All right, now it's time to get our chicken going. I've already gone ahead and seasoned the chicken breast here just a little bit. Got my egg wash and my combination panko and breadcrumbs, Italian breadcrumbs in that pan. So I'm gonna dip, toss, and then add. Here we go. Completely cover that chicken breast there. I'm going to add it to my oil here. Remember, the chicken, depending on how thick it is, will cook up differently. Just keep that in mind. So this is my combination, panko and Italian breadcrumbs. There, I'm just going to do 2 at a time, I think, just for now. All right. I think I may have to turn my heat up just a little bit. It's around 350, 360. I didn't want to burn the breading too much. But let's go ahead and give it a little more fire. I am going to be finishing these off in the oven as well too. All right. Looks like they're doing okay. With that combination of panko and breadcrumbs. All right, so I'm just going to continue forward then with those. See you at the other end. This one is definitely cooking quite nicely. Oh, the color on that, beautiful. That's what I was hoping for. Those are my first trials. Everything coming along great so far. So excited, cooking the last bit here of the chicken for chicken parm. Coming out nice and golden brown there. Again, using the panko and Italian breadcrumbs. Had a little scrapes with the other one, but that's okay, they'll be covered with cheese. I love this little hack with me and the foil. I tend to use this for a lot of dipping things or anything I have to line. I like to line my pie pan sometimes if I need it for use, because it just minimizes so much clean up. See that? One-handed. Now it's like a little Jiffy Pop. And that's it. Done. Now I just have a little bit of cleanup. Alright, now that I got my chicken all done, I'm going to go ahead and boil my noodles and get those going before I stick my chicken into the oven with the provolone and Parmesan cheese on it. So I'm going to doctor those up here in a minute as well. Alright, so this is how I doctor up my chicken breast here for my Parmesan. So I actually put some Parmesan over mine, sprinkle some over that one, get them nice and coated. However you feel, you don't have to do it this way. This is the way I do mine. A lot of people are like, wait, it's for the pasta. Alright, so got my chickens covered a little bit there. Then I'm going to take some of my parsley as well. Put a couple sprigs there, here and there, here and there. That's going to be underneath the cheese anyway, but I like it for the flavor. Now you don't need a lot of parsley because that taste can be overpowering too. So just a couple sprinkles of it here and there. Kind of for aesthetic, a little bit for taste. All right. Then after that, I'm going to go ahead and put my provolone cheese on these. I like mine cheesy. I don't just do the one, I do 2 on each breast. You know, there was a step. That was the sauce, so sorry. I mean, I am human after all. Okay, let's try this step first, and then we're gonna do the cheese. I think I saw a bay leaf in that one. So I'm gonna put some sauce here, some sauce there. Just kind of coat them evenly as you can. This one still needs a little more sauce. Okay, now that I have my chickens with some sauce, now I can throw my cheeses on my chickens. Let those melt over those. Yes, just like that. Beautiful. Because when you put them in the oven, that sauce is going to get a little crusty. So you don't want that sauce on top of your cheese so much. I like having my cheese on top of the sauce, and then it melts beautifully. Put that. I guess it doesn't matter now. Okay. Covered. And then these are going to go into the oven. I do have my oven set right now at 325, and we're probably going to do that for about 10 minutes. All right, my noodles are done. My chicken just chimed. That is done. Check the oven real quick. Yep, that's them. All right, I'm going to plate this up and then get the next shot in. All right, now that's them out of the oven. They sure do look good. So hard to decide on which one to grab on these. They all look so good. I'm going to go for the top one there because it looks like about the right size. I want to toss right there, right on top of my spaghetti there. And then once again, that sauce I did just make from tomato sauce and then doctored it up with the ingredients that I had, and it is superb. So I'm going to go ahead and take this first bite here. All right, a moment of truth. Let's see. Oh yeah, nice noises. I want to get some noodles in here with this. All right, well, one noodle maybe. Wow. The crunch in this, that first bite is just amazing. The flavors come together, everything's tying in well. Wow, this is it right here. I found my new permanent chicken parm recipe. So I'll have all the ingredients and everything listed in the post. I'm sorry, this is just so good. I gotta take another bite. It's really good. Yum. Yes. I recommend this one, 1000%. So I hope you liked the video. Please enjoy. I'm sorry it's super long this time. I'm gonna try and cut my times down a little lower, but I hope you like the content. All right, until next time, thank you for tuning into Pandemonium's Punk Palette, and we'll see you next time. Go Punk Rock.